Okay, so it is Wednesday. I'm getting ready to head home. Let's see, it was an interesting day. I always use interesting. I always say it's an interesting day. I need to find some other way to word that other than it was an interesting day. Had our call this morning with Epicor. Watched an embedded Epicor educational thing today. I don't know, wasn't feeling that. But ran out to Northwestern Mutual, talked to Stephanie again, dropped off the forms for the what are they called? The contingent beneficiaries. Dropped that paperwork off. Met Kristen, Mason, and Ella there so that they could all meet, and Kristen would know who Stephanie is and all that. And then we left there and blazed over to Pancheros and had some quesadillas, which were delicious. Like the quesadillas at Pancheros. It's a nice treat. Came back to the office, did the online training thing, and that's about it. So now I'm gonna head home. I think Kristen's cooking dinner tonight. She had a couple different things sitting in the they were thawing. Some pork tenderloin or something maybe, and I think there might have been some hamburger. So who knows what she's got planned, but I'm sure it'll be good. Always is. And it's raining, kind of a light sprinkling thing. So the weather here does not seem very spring-like. We kind of had spring, seems like a little while ago, like a month and a half ago, and then it seems like winter came back and bit us in the butt, which, isn't real cool winter. So, I don't know, but I definitely wish that summer would get here, because I like summer a lot better than this wet spring, fall stuff. I a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna do some vlogging on the way home. Seems like the only time I really get to vlog is in my car, which is interesting because normally when I'm in my car, that's my time to relax, and I listen to my music and I crank it up and listen to stuff here. But we've had some changes in the last few days that I just want to discuss real quick. Monday, I went to go get sushi, takeout. So while I was driving over there, I went on this big long tirade about the state of our political race for president. And I talked about some of the pluses and minuses of, Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, John Kasich, Marco Rubio, and I also discussed Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Now the sad part is that none of that made it to my vlog that day. I cut it all. It was a 15-minute tirade of me going on all these things that are the pluses of these people, and I picked up my sushi and then I drove back to the office, and that one was another long spiel of all the things about these people I didn't like, all the reasons that, in each and every one of them, it's got their strong points and they have their weak points. So, in the last 24 hours, a lot of things have happened. Bernie Sanders won the primaries in Indiana. I'm pretty shocked, but I still don't think that he has any chance whatsoever to actually win the nomination and to become president of the United States. I just don't think he can do it. Hillary Clinton is a Clinton. She is going to be the Democratic nominee. Now, I said this earlier, Kristen, I think that Bernie Sanders is still in the fight because I don't think she's fully out of the woods yet with these investigations on her email servers and Benghazi and all these things. What did she know? What did she lie about? I don't think she's out of the woods yet. So I think they're keeping Bernie in the fight so that there's a close contender in second place, that if all of a sudden she gets indicted for something or there's something like that that really blows up in the press, which, let's be honest, it's probably not going to because it's Hillary Clinton and she's a Clinton. They got Bernie Sanders sitting right there on the sidelines, ready to jump in, and boom, here's somebody you already know. You don't have to pull somebody out of a closet, dust them off, and shove them in front of you. Here's Bernie Sanders. He was your close second. Let's all get behind Bernie and let's go. On the Republican side, Donald Trump won Indiana. I forget what percentage of the voters he had, but it was pretty significant. It was over 50%. John Kasich got 8% of the voters. But my understanding is that he made a deal with Ted Cruz that he wouldn't campaign in Indiana, giving Ted Cruz a shot at winning Indiana to try to hold Trump off from getting the number of delegates he needed, or that he needs, to lock in the Republican nomination. So Trump wins Indiana, and a few hours, I mean, they have to know before we really know, but political analysts all over the place are saying it. Oh, Trump's going to win Indiana. That was the announcement. The BBC announced it at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock that night that Donald Trump was the winner in Indiana. I don't know what time last night, but again, I got the announcement from the BBC at about 10 o'clock that Ted Cruz suspended his run for the presidency. He suspended his candidacy. So that drops it to Donald Trump versus John Kasich, whatever his name is. Which shocked me because, in all honesty, I don't think John has a shot at going toe-to-toe with Trump and winning. And I kind of thought at the point that Marco Rubio dropped out that, originally you had, I think, 17 people running for the Republican shot. You had Ben Carson, the neurosurgeon, you had Chris Christie, you had Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, John Kasich, Ted Cruz, Donald Trump. Those are the guys that got a lot of press on it. But there were other people in the beginning that were running. And I think that when you get to a certain point, if you could go back and you could look at it, there's a lot of people that were Republicans that didn't want Trump. But now they have to decide whether they're going to back Kasich or Cruz. Rubio dropped out. I have my own theory on that one. But I think that there's a lot of those people that just look at it and they go, I'm going to vote for Cruz. And this other guy goes, I'm going to vote for Kasich. So you put 4 people in a room and you got, let's say you got 10 people in a room. 5 vote for Trump. No. 10 people in a room. 4 vote for Trump. 3 for Kasich. 3 for Cruz. Trump wins. Whereas if Kasich or Cruz, one of the 2 of them, had gotten out earlier, maybe they could have unified those voters to say, I don't want Trump. I'm going to vote for one of these 2. Whoever's left. I'm going to vote for the one's left. Boom. So now you put 10 voters in a room, 4 vote for Trump, 6 vote for Cruz. Now what happened? Today, 5 o'clock, supposedly John is suspending his also, because at some point last night, early this morning, the Republican Party looked at it and said, this is what the people want. We are now going to back Donald Trump. and we need to unify behind him, and now we need to stop fighting amongst ourselves, and we need to focus on beating Hillary Clinton. So that will be interesting. Now, Trump's campaign people have stated that they are looking for who's going to be his vice president, and they're vetting people right now, and they're trying to determine who's going to be his running mate. But they won't announce who. What they've said is, we looked at the people that you guys are all talking about, and we're looking at some of those people. There's some business people and there's some political people, but in my mind, I said it a long time ago when Marco Rubio dropped out. I said he's dropping out right now because he's getting out of the fight because he knows he can't win. He's going to pull back and he's going to watch what happens, and he's going to go, "Oh, Donald Trump, I stopped fighting you. I want to be your vice president." And he runs as vice president with Donald Trump. Let's say they win. Let's say they get in office. Let's say Donald Trump runs 4 years or 8 years, either one. When he steps down, Rubio's the next logical person. He just finished a 4 or an 8 year stint as vice president. Now he's ready to step up in the president's chair, and he picks somebody else as his running mate. That was my feeling on it. That's what I thought would be a logical way to handle it. I have no idea if that's what's really going to happen or not. Not a clue. But in the last 24 hours, we have seen, of the 3 people that were still in the race, really going to town with it, that had electoral votes, not electoral votes, that had delegates. Of the 3, 2 of them now dropped out. And I was absolutely shocked that Ted Cruz, I figured it was going to come down to him and Trump. It's really what I thought. And I figured John Kasich would be the next one to step down and say, "I'm done. I had a good run, but I'm out." I was totally expecting that. I was absolutely shocked when it was Ted Cruz and the Republican Party chairman, who they interviewed this morning, looked just as shocked as I did. He looked absolutely dumbfounded, like, holy crap, what just happened? So, but it happens. That's the world of politics. It's got its ups and downs. It's got some excitement. It's got some good times. So, I don't know. But I do know that it'll have a profound effect, whether it's Hillary Clinton in office, because I don't think Bernie Sanders is going to make it. And I really think it's going to be Hillary Clinton. So whether it is Hillary Clinton or it is Donald Trump, whoops, just left me some stuff there. Whether it's Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, it doesn't really matter at this point, but it's going to have some effect on my daughter's future. So good luck with that one, Ella. You'll be reading about it in the history books. You'll be reading about who won this battle. And I'm sure that Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio and John Kasich and all these guys and Bernie Sanders, there's just going to be a small footnote. Now, where that might not be the case is if one of them loses here but wins later. So it's bedtime now. Had spaghetti for dinner. That was really delicious. We watched some Earth stuff on TV about the planet and penguins and the Sahara Desert and all that. Mason fell asleep during that. It was kind of funny. And now it's bedtime, so a really short day, not a lot of vlogging. But yeah, that's it. So I'm off to bed.